Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chosen Architect, and today we're going to be setting up a automated loot sorting system, and we're going to go ahead and make a platform for mobs to spawn on. So I hope you guys are ready for today's episode. Alright guys, so today we're going to go over a little bit of this mob farm. I'll show you kind of just right now what I have done. It is pretty loud. So I did make the wooden spikes. Now this drops them down to half a heart, so I can pretty much one swipe kill everything. Just about. Depends on how active my swipe is. And with this charm on here, I can easily collect all my loot, and then I can drop it into a drawer controller that I can actually make now at this point. And also, these guys stack up to 32 inside these basic drawers, so all I have to do is add upgrades to these, and they can store quite a few of these things. And then if not, I can just void them off, because there's really no need at this point for tons of them. I will definitely collect them, but some things here we do have completely maxed out, like this right here. We completely maxed out on that, so getting upgrades is definitely going to be something we're going to do here in a little bit, but I wanted to talk about this. So, we turn this off, throw this gunpowder back in my dropper. I went ahead and made that combustion collector, and then I placed it on the side, and then down here is a redstone signal, and the redstone signal, I mean, is just so I could push the button up here, but I don't have to have that, and we're actually going to remove both of these, because we don't need them anymore. And also my gunpowder disappeared, but that's fine. So what I did instead was I made a timer. Now this is a very handy thing. We can also get a lever so we can turn it on and off. That way, I mean, we can still use a button if we want to. I can actually place the timer right here. Let me go ahead and connect that redstone signal there. So that way we can still use a button if we want to. So I'll place the button there. We'll get ourselves one lever. Should be able to craft that up real fast. And the lever's just so we can turn it off. Alright, so we're going to take the timer, place it down here. And actually, I'm going to place the timer over here. Not there. There we go, right here. So that way this still works. We can still push that and the redstone comes on. This one, on the other hand, has an actual tick delay. And right now, it's currently running. And it's probably running close to the speed that it takes for this to reset, depending on what items you put in. So, if I put this gunpowder in, we're going to see this kick on. It just ran through a cycle. And I want to see, when does it kick on again before... Okay, so I need to increase the time a little bit. To, let's see, 300? We can set it to 300 ticks. And that should be enough to allow this to fully charge up, or close to it. And we can continue to change this per item. So we can almost come up with a list. Perfect timing. So 300 ticks is what it takes for this to pretty much charge up fully and get us the whole lot of blaze powder. So pretty nice. We can also actually set up a hopper in the back of here to fill it up with fuel as well. And that's going to make it even easier to automate. So yeah, this is pretty much fully automated. And then if we want, we have a lever here. And I'm afraid if I put that, yeah, it's going to change the way the signal is going. So we'll just put the lever on this side. And when we want to turn it off, we just flip it off and this guy will shut off. So, or reset the timer. Yeah, look at that. We're getting all this blaze powder, and I'm going to need this blaze powder for some stuff that I plan on doing. I know this isn't the prettiest setup, but there's some things that I want to try out. And that one being this opener. So there is, if we take a look in the automation, you can see we have the bag opener. The bag opener, I think, has its own inventory that we can use. Bag opener. There we go. Troubles typing. So yeah, this guy is not very hard to get. Look at that. Is that smooth stone? Yeah. Smooth stone, a chest, and a piece of iron. So there's our chest. Grab one piece of iron. And there's our bag opener. So I kind of wanted to test out the bag opener. So we have the bag opener and recycler now over here. And this guy does have an inventory. So I think it will work on these. it does. So what I can do is have these stored in here, and it's going to go through and open one after another. And then I can kind of go through here and actually sort its inventory, which is actually pretty nice. So there's a lot of these, and I don't think they'll stack, but they will each fit in a section, just like that. And I can just click here and continue to do this as needed. It is going to store quite a few items. These guys are obnoxious, but once it ends up filling up, it will stop its process and won't do it anymore. So that is something else. I also added my stairs over here. I think that looks kind of nice, having stairs going up this way and stairs going up this way. Looks pretty sweet. I don't know about you guys, but I like it. So yeah, that's a few things. I think today also, we want to kind of get into a few of the other quests, like better storage, which I did make a drawer controller. And there is a compacting drawer, but I'm not worried about that as of right now. I will have to worry about it soon. And I also made some iron chests, even though this shows I haven't completed. I did complete it. I just have to go through and make an actual dirt chest, copper chest, and so on. So getting that is going to be something that's definitely worth doing. That way we can kind of sort through this mess that we have, and then eventually get to the Botania, because we haven't even touched the Botania yet. And once we get to Botania, we can really automate, should be able to automate the mob farm. That would make things so much easier because we can get the hopping plant, which is exactly what we need. By the way, these loot bags, this is all of the stuff from the loot bags that I've been getting. It's just so much stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna have to set back and get just a few things done. I'm gonna have to build a platform. I'm gonna build a few platforms actually. Probably clear out a few things. I think I'm gonna remove this so that we have another area that we can build off to. And then I'm gonna have to build out. I'm gonna have to build out, and I might actually put it. It's gonna be pretty far over this direction, most likely. And I might even start building up. I don't know. I'll work on something, and I'll get that done. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've been working on these platforms a little bit. I did get this almost completely done. I do have a few pieces of dirt left, but I wanted to go ahead before I head over there, and I want to get my piece of grass. I think I did have a piece of grass and ended up using it. Don't remember. I think I used it. Oh yeah, I used it over there. So yeah, I just need to make another piece of grass. Pretty simple. I'll put that in my offhand. It's going to take 4 hearts, and I get a piece of grass. So there we go. So I can actually take this, but to be able to grow the grass pretty fast, I am going to want water, or a watering can. Is it going to show up? There we go. The good old-fashioned watering can. This guy just requires a bowl. That's a really simple recipe. A bowl and some stone. Let's go ahead and make that guy. And there we go. Now we have to fill it up. That is one thing. I'm going to fill it up over here. Honestly, making an infinite watering source or infinite water source over there where my passive mob spawner is going to be would be the best bet, but this is going to work fine. If I run out, I'll just go back and get some, but this is going to populate with grass over time anyways, so I'm not too concerned. So let me remove this piece of dirt. I should be able to pick it up. There we go. And there's my grass. Perfect. Alright, and I only have a few more pieces to place over here. And bam, we are done. Look how fast it's already spreading. I don't even have to worry about it too much. But this will definitely help it go faster. Just getting that grass to kind of spread out here. I was thinking about putting fences up. And I was thinking about what kind of fence would I want to use. Would I want to use stone fence, or would I want to use a wooden fence? I don't know. It's all subjective, and so I don't know. It's all dependent upon my taste, and I just don't know what I want to do today. So yeah, this is already almost done. Look at that. Bam. We have this whole thing almost completely grassed up. Right? Almost. And there we go. Also, I'm going to need another area like this. I'm going to need an area for Botania. to get started with that next episode. Hopefully we can get started with Botania. But we'll probably come back to this grassy area to do that. But now we have an area for passive mobs to spawn. And I thought I remember seeing somewhere something said that the more torches you have down, the higher chance you have of passive mobs spawning. So I went ahead and just added a few more torches, and hopefully that actually does what I've heard. So that's just a thing I've heard. Don't know how true that is. But now while I'm gathering mob drops, I can be over here, or I can just leave that going, and we should see some passive mob spawning, hopefully. So I have to give it some time, and I'll be back. So I was kind of interested while I was waiting for, mobs to populate over there. I was kind of looking into the Colossal Chest and thinking, well, I could actually try this out. I've actually never used this before, and I should have everything for it. It is just logs and wood, or planks. So I have some logs here, and I know I have a bunch of planks. And I want to just make a little I just want to make a 3x3 Colossal Chest and see what that actually nets me. So I'm going to need a few of these. Let me just get a stack, what 16? Is that going to be fine? I am going to build a little platform off here. I do have some building materials over here. This is just for support, so it makes it easier for me to build. And yeah, this is supposed to be like a really large chest, which is going to be kind of interesting. I've only seen a little bit of this mod, seen other people use it. I want to try it out for myself. Okay, so I did see that there is a interface which allows you to use hoppers with it and stuff like that. I'm not too interested in that per se, but the core I am going to need. So I am going to go ahead and just make that real quick. Right, just one. There we go. And that should give us the core, which is basically what's going to activate this thing. So we actually need more wood there, because we need more of the side pieces. And there we go. How much does that give us? 38? I think that's enough, right? That should be plenty. Now, this isn't the biggest chest you can make. This is by far, I think, close to the smallest, not the smallest. But this is the part right here that I'm going to change. And this should turn it into a chest whenever I place this in here, or on here. And there we go. We've made a colossal chest. How cool is that? How much storage does it have? Is it 3 chests worth? I'm guessing it's 3 chests worth. But look at that animation though. That is some ridiculous animation going on there. And so what I can do is take my furnaces that I have here, and I can actually set them. Why not have them set to a line? Oh, you know what? We can do this. And that way we can still access this thing. Just like that. And there we go. Alright, so I think I'm actually able to get these bags automated. I didn't think I was going to be able to. But this actually should function properly. As long as we have enough iron, given that. And I'm pretty sure that this colossal chest will be able to function. And I did go ahead and make the colossal chest interface, so I can actually have a hopper going into here. And it should add the items to it. So let's go ahead and try this. Let's almost get this up. I know the mob drop is kind of ridiculous at this point, just because they're actually killing themselves, which is kind of crazy. Let me go ahead and break this one. I think I can get up here with that one gone. There we go. Alright, we can kind of close this guy off. And now we have a fully functional chest. There we go. And so yeah, I should be able to get these loot bags over here, and let's get hoppers running into them. We should be able to do that real easy. I was working on iron. I do have a bunch of it, but I don't think I have enough. to get as many hoppers, but we can kind of get like an early sense of how it's actually going to fully work once we get enough wood and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get our chests. And let's see how many of these we can actually make. So it's close. That's just with the amount of iron we have. I do have to make more. But this is actually enough to get almost all but one, I think, done. So if I put that here, that's connected. And I just have to run them connected to each other. Oh, I do have enough to complete the whole thing. How perfect is that? Okay. So I do need a key to be able to lock this. That would be the ultimate goal. Let me go ahead and get a few of these out. And I can just start putting them in there. If I have a lock, I'd actually put the lock on them. Then I'd be able to do that. But is this actually working? It is. So we have this huge storage here. Working with this. Wow, that was a large lag spike. But this is working. Let me gather all of these out. There we go. And actually, I can just fill this up, because that's exactly what it's going to do. Then I can get that filled up. Get all these on the ground. Click that, and bam. Look at that. We have this whole thing set up, and I can actually use these for something later. And while we're not using it, it's just going to go and undo all these bags. So just keep in mind, that's exactly what it's going to do. And hopefully that chest is large enough. It did seem like it's a pretty large chest. So that should be something that it can handle. Look at there. How perfect is this? I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. Well, yeah, this is a pretty early game setup. So you can have your colossal chest here, which has a lot of storage. And there's upgrades like right away. Like you can see how much room we actually have in this thing. And a lot of these items will stack. So this chest may actually fill up completely. We won't even have to worry about anything. So there we go. These, we won't have very many of them, because these are the higher tier ones. We don't get those as often. Oh, we actually need to take that out. It's going to go in this one. So there we go. And there we go. Perfect. Now all I need is a lock or key. I might as well get that done. Let's go ahead and get the key. Alright, so a drawer key requires the drawer upgrade, which just requires a drawer. Which is a bunch of wood. And some sticks. So, easy drawer. I don't think I have enough wood. We've used a lot of wood in today's episode, I can tell you that. So here's this. And what else is it? I always forget. Oh, it's actually a bunch of sticks. Whole bunch of sticks. Just to make this key. Alright, there's our one upgrade. And what do we need? Gold and a gold nugget. Perfect. And that is completed. And now we can lock all these drawers by simply locking this guy. Now all of them are locked. And we don't have to worry about the items disappearing out of here, so I can always click on here to fill the drawers up. And look at that go. Look at it go. Look at all these items that we're getting from this. So this is something that I definitely want to keep. And so yeah, we are definitely working with our mobs, and this is all the other stuff that some of the stuff actually comes from these bags or are over here, but most of this is just so I can click here and empty it out to this. And other than this, that's a few things that we don't actually have in here, so we can't actually touch this. And it's actually kind of a funny thing. It's going to spam chat, but if I move my hand here while I have this on me, this is kind of crazy. But unfortunately, we can't actually use this, so oh well. Alright, well, this has been a pretty interesting episode. I don't know about you guys. I was kind of hoping for some mobs to spawn over there, but we didn't get any kind of any kind of animals to spawn, anything like that, unfortunately. But like I said, it's been a pretty good episode. I hope you guys learned something. If you did, please remember to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.